Yep, it's that time. The wait is over. The Asetek F1 Forte wheel is here. Let's have a look. Hello and welcome. So, first things first, this wheel over here, I did buy with my own money. I still owe the credit card company a lot of money.
Paying for this? I don't have any cash.
Sure, I'll just put it on my credit card. I'm never going to pay it back anyway. 'Cause I have $30,000 in credit card debt. When they call, I tell them I can't pay it back yet.
Credit card?
So, everything in this review is of my opinion and my own thoughts. I do not get paid. I've got 3 subscribers as of this moment. So I can promise you I will be as truthful and honest about this wheel as I possibly can be. Okay, so the price you're going to pay for one of these to be able to hold one of these in your hands is 550 euros or just under, if you're lucky enough to buy it from the European shop. If, like me, you had to go to the global shop to buy one of these, it's going to cost you 649 American dollars. That is about 607 euros, so we're definitely getting skanked and paying a bit more if we're outside of Europe. I don't know why, but it is what it is. All them prices exclude taxes and VAT and shipping, so by the time you actually hold this in your hand, it's going to be closer to $700 or 700 euros. Yeah, it's an expensive wheel. You can buy a lot with 700 euros. I mean, you can buy a PlayStation 5, 2 remotes, and probably 2 games, and you're still going to have a little bit of change left. So, is this wheel worth that money? The wheel definitely looks good. I like the look of it. I quite like the orange and the black. Now, Andre, the owner or the CEO, the boss man of Asetek, actually had in his hands a Forte wheel that had a lot more orange in it. I'll try and put it up here. That is the one that I wanted and I thought I was going to get. Unfortunately not. Now, he did say that we will be able to customize these buttons and just pull them off. And I mean, honestly, I've pulled that button and I can't get it off. So it's not as easy as he made it out, but I don't know if it's still going to be a thing where we will be able to customize these buttons. I hope so, because a lot of these buttons are plastic, and I would like to think that if you want to spend a little bit more to upgrade your buttons, that you will be able to do so, but time will tell. Okay,
but just so you know, there will be different color combinations. As you know, most of you know anyway, is
Right. What did he say?
it definitely looks the part for me. If you're a McLaren fan or a Max Verstappen fan, you're definitely not gonna mind the orange. Other people maybe will not be a fan of orange, and yeah, it's a pity that they would most likely have to be stuck with the orange. Anyway, I definitely feel when I put this wheel on and the lights start coming on, I definitely feel like a Max Verstappen or a Lewis Hamilton or, you know, a Lando Norris. I definitely feel like a pro. I'm far from a pro, but it makes me feel like it. And when you're paying that type of money, that is a feeling you want to get from a wheel. Anyway, sturdiness. This wheel, I mean, I'm twisting it as hard as I can. I definitely can feel it twist. It's not from the frame, it's from the grips. I can feel the grips moving slightly as I'm twisting. It's a soft rubber, very comfortable. I use gloves and also very grippy. It's definitely a nice feeling grip. I possibly would have maybe wanted the rubber just for myself maybe a bit harder, But yeah, it's not bad. To be honest, if I were to give this a rating out of 100, how sturdy and how strong this thing feels to me, I would give it probably a 95. You know, it is really, really, really solid. From what I understand, they've made this material, it kind of looks very funny. I don't know if I like it or not. It looks like a funny carbon fiber. What they say is that they shoved glass and carbon fiber and plastic all together to make the mold for this. So yeah, it's a new composite. I guess it doesn't look bad. I still don't. It's very flaky looking, you know. If you look at the back, it's like it's almost like a camo, you know. It's like a flaky camo, best I can describe it. So anyway, this by the way, this sticker over here, if you do not like branding, I do think it can come off. It's just a sticker, so that'll be easy for you to remove if you prefer a cleaner looking wheel, especially from the top. The front here, unfortunately, that there is engraved into the, or not engraved, however, it's not something you'll be able to remove. Yeah, it's a good looking wheel. She's very sturdy. I don't think you're gonna have any problems with any twisting or bending. There's not a single crack I can hear from this, you know, even though they say they've made it with a bit of plastic. Honestly, this thing is solid. I mean, it is just solid. So a definite big tick from me in the sturdiness. Asetek has made it possible for you to upgrade your wheels slightly. If you choose, you can buy extra pedals at the back if you possibly want dual clutches, which is actually very important for standing start, so I'll definitely order me some of them. You can also add some extra buttons here if you want to use them to flash people, or maybe for your radio. It's quite easy to get to them. So yeah, they don't ask a lot for those. I believe it's just under 40 euros for a pair. So yeah, it's definitely nice that you are able to upgrade your wheel, and if it's something that you know you won't be using and perhaps you're only using your upshift and downshift, then you don't actually have to fork out an extra 40 or 80 euros to add them pedals to the back of your steering wheel. Also, as of this moment, you cannot buy any grips for these, but from what I understand, you will be able to buy grips later on. I can see there's screws on the back here. I've not tried to take any of these off. I don't know if it's an easy or hard procedure, but I can't imagine it being hard. The grips, yeah, they feel quite nice. I would have liked it a bit firmer, as I've said, but yeah, it's nice that Asetek gives you the option to possibly later be able to interchange those, whether you've used the wheel for over a year and you've got wear or tear, or if the grip is just not to your liking. I'm not sure about the buttons. Like I've said, I've pulled these buttons and I just can't get them off, so I don't know whether we will be able to interchange these buttons. The quick release honestly is something of genius. I mean, Asetek has really thought about it, and yeah, they knocked it out of the park. This quick release I can use one-handed. Boom, it's on, lights go on, no wires, no fussing. It's so easy, and it is sturdy. I mean, I'll be honest, when I've got it on my base, there's a tiniest bit of play. I'm not sure whether that play comes from the base or from the steering wheel. However, it's something you'll never ever in a million years notice while you are actually racing. So yeah, for something that comes straight out of a box, I don't have to buy a third-party adapter. This is definitely the best I've seen. I mean, the electric that powers your wheel and the communication, everything done just like this, boom. I can't wait for them to bring out the USB adapter so that I can possibly use it on my other wheels and just get rid of a USB cable. Just being able to, whoop, lights go on, magic. I mean, really, really well done, Asetek. A big plus point. And if all the wheels are that easy to attach and that's sturdy out of a box, you guys are definitely doing that little bit, that part right. Perfect. Now we're getting into the serious part of this review, the buttons. Buttons, buttons, buttons. Okay, so you've got quite a few buttons over here. These buttons over here, I don't mind them being plastic. They actually feel quite nice and they have a very satisfying click to them. I'll actually bring the mic closer, you can hear yourself. You need quite a firm press to press the button, so you need to have intent to press it. You're never gonna glide over any of these buttons and actually accidentally push a button, which is good. Now the thing I hate the most about this wheel, actually considering getting a saw and chopping these off, are these rubber bits over here. They are garbage. I wish, it's the only thing I wish Asetek has put a little bit more thought into. Let me show you this. Let me get myself hidden. Look at that. See how it's like bends and it's squishy. It's just not nice. And I can't imagine them lasting a lot during heavy use. I'm sure the rubber will start to break or tear or something. It's not, I don't like these buttons. I also don't like the fact that they spring back to their original position. I would have loved, now I don't know how much more it would have cost Asetek, but I can't imagine that a little switch like this, an on-off switch, that you just flick on or flick off, would have broke the bank. I think they could have actually got away with just putting in a little metal switch like this, and on, it stays up, off, it stays down, like a switch. That would have been so much better in my opinion, and I would have actually, where now these, I would very rarely use these. On the other wheel, I will definitely use them. So I feel like that's a bit of a miss. Then, these scrollers here, they've got a very nice scroll to them, quite easily. You can if you want to scroll fast, you can do that, and also you can quite easily scroll accurately. So it's a very nice resistance. It's not too strong, it's not too hard to move. However, it's not too easy to move them either. So I think they've actually got these quite right. However, the feeling when I touch these are they just feel like cheap plastic. And again, a wheel that's going to cost you 700 euros to get in your hands, this is a lot of money. I mean, these plastic buttons, they definitely could have done something better. This wheel here is nearly half the price of this wheel, and the rubbers on these over there, actually they feel nice to touch. It's a bit too easy for me to scroll these, but the feeling, just the feeling of the button is so much better on this wheel. So yeah, there's a few small things I think they could have done better button wise to make this wheel, in my opinion anyway, a lot better. It's a pity they haven't. I hope it's something that in future you can change or possibly upgrade. I don't know. These down here, these encoders work just fine. They've got the perfect resistance, no, they're quite nice. So I've got no problems with them. They're also plastic. Obviously they could have made them nicer, but it's I don't know. Doesn't seem like the same plastic as that. This feels harder again, but yeah, anyway, it is what it is. Those are the buttons. Okay, shifters. Shifters are probably the thing you're going to use the most on this wheel. More, going to press this more than any other button on your wheel. Now personally, this here, again, plastic, and I feel like it's just cheap plastic. It could have been nicer. It is nice that you can upgrade and buy additional paddles, you know, and I know they are trying to make them affordable. I mean, under 40 euros is a bargain. But like they say, you get what you pay for. This is a cheap plastic that I can imagine would only cost them 20 euros to make, and they are charging us 40 euros for it. So I think this could have been made a little bit better, especially on a wheel of the, you know, that cost this much money. I mean, come on. Could they not have just given me, they could have kept this plastic and just given me a bit of carbon fiber here, or even a piece of aluminium would have felt better than this this plastic over here. The feeling of the shift is not the best I've felt on a wheel. However, it's not the worst either. It's adequate. It's actually, they're not very loud, so if something, if that is something you have to be aware of, if you maybe play with headphones and you've got someone else sleeping in the room with you, these won't make an awful lot of noise. So yeah, that's good. Lights. Let there be light. The lights on this wheel are very bright. You're never gonna miss your revs or your shift, because you can't see your revs. Everything lights up nice and bright. I have to say, one thing I don't like, I would have liked to have backlit buttons instead of the light being on top of the button. Sometimes when I'm just looking at my my vision, my peripheral vision, and I'm trying to hit a button and I see the light and I know this light is red, I'm finding that I'm hitting the top of a button because I'm focusing on the light rather than the button. So I would try and push there instead of actually pushing there. Now that's something that I'm sure I'll get used to very quickly. It's not a big deal. You can customize all the lights on your wheel. It's funny for me, the wheel always goes back to orange. When I don't use the wheel, the whole wheel is orange. And then whenever I open the software, it seems to have a screensaver thing going, and it's rainbow colors and rainbow colors. I just would have loved this wheel, so I set my colors that I do, and when I'm racing, those are the colors that are on the wheel. But I just would have liked it to be like that all the time. I'm sure there will be a software upgrade that you'll be able to do that, or choose whether you want like a screensaver with the lights or what, something like that. I'm sure that is something that they will address in the future. But as of now, yeah, you're gonna have to like orange a lot, and you're gonna see whenever you have your program open, the race hub I think is called, then yeah, you're gonna have rainbow colors quite often. It doesn't look bad. I have to say, whenever you put this, whenever I've got this on the base and these lights start lighting up, it does feel special. It's definitely nice to have lights on a wheel. I know no racing drivers have lights on the wheels, but come on, we're sim racers, so we're not 100% racers, and yeah, them lights, you know, if I could, I would put lights on my lawnmower. It looks bloody awesome. I love it. Anyway, so yeah, the lights are good, nice and bright. It's definitely a thumbs up from me. However, one big however, it would have been amazing if we were able to have these lights work with SIMLABS. Oh, then honestly, this wheel would have got another 2 big marks from me. But yeah, the lights are perfect, and you're gonna see everything. You got your flag lights on the side, and yeah, nice and bright. You know when there's a yellow flag. Hey guys, if you stuck it out here, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just conclusion. Look, it's an amazing wheel. I've still got it on my rig. Loving it. I just quickly want to add Size-wise, I've been running the Mazda and some GT3 cars with it, and even with the Mazda, it's really a good size. And obviously for Formula cars, open wheels, it's a perfect diameter to almost fit both of them nicely. So if you're looking to buy only one wheel, this might be the route to go. Yeah, no, honestly, it's a solid wheel. I really liked it, and if you want to see more, the next thing I probably would be reviewing will be the base, the Invicta base. So if you are interested in my opinion, please subscribe. I'm going to make it very easy for you. Just hit the circle. See my helmet on the next neon page? Just hit that. It's somewhere here. Okay? All you do is hit that one button, and it'll mean a lot to me. I mean, I've got 3 subscribers, so you know, you could be number 4. Please. All good and well. Cheers.